Hey guys, welcome back to Sun Crypto. In today's content, we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at the BTC dominance mainly, and what type of a price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months going into the second half of 2023, right? So if you're new to the content, don't forget to hit the likes. Don't forget to join the public Telegram group, link in the description. If you're looking to join the premium group, link in the description for the Discord premium group, right? So now let's dive into the analysis regarding the BTC dominance, because if we understand what's going on with the BTC dominance, I would say 9 out of 10 we can basically understand what's going on with alt, right? Not just BTC, but we can also basically gauge the Altseason, or the alt dump and all that good stuff, right? So what we've been saying over the last few years, right? I've been saying over since 2021, right? We've been saying like the support at 20, at 39%, right? Back in 2020, 2021, we've been saying like the support at 39% might be a hard resistance for alt, right? Meaning like alt might not be able to break this support range for for the BTC dominance. Okay, in early 2023, when the BTC dominance was right around like a 39%, right? You can see right here, we created a small double bottom right here and started in Elliott wave a 5-way structure, which is a good news in terms of like alt season, because in terms of Elliott waves, right? Whenever you get a 5-way structure, regardless of the structure, WXY, XZ correction 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you tend to get some sideways correction, okay? But sometimes you just don't know how deep your correction phase going to be, right? Could it be just a small pullback, or even a potential 5-way structure to the downside, something like that, right? It's very possible, okay? But the indicators, they have to synchronize, meaning like our MACD, RSI, and moving averages, they all have to agree about a potential move back down to the 39%. As of yet, right, we don't see any indication, okay? None of these indicators are printing a bearish sign for the BTC dominance to be pushing back down to the 39, 38%, right? It is still possible because we're retesting our resistance level. However, one more thing, okay? Even though we're retesting the level, 48, 49% resistance, these resistances, right, these resistances, right, you could separate them in twofold, right? The first one going to be these two oranges, right? These two top formation, right? Why these two tops are pretty similar, okay? Because the top we had right here at 48%, right? You can say like that's a double bottom. We're just going to use it as the same top, right? The top we had right here at 48, 49%, and the top we had right here at 48, 49%, right? They both represented a bottom in the BTC price, even though the BTC dominance was tapping out right there back in May 2021, July 20, right there, July 2021, okay? Yes, that was July 2021 right here. The BTC price action was bottoming, okay? If we take a look at the BTC price action right here back in May down to July, right, up to July, the BTC price action was down around this level, right? Just about like a 39, 39, but 29%, 29K, 30K area, okay? So if you go back to the BTC dominance, you can see like we were tapping out right here. So you take a look at the second top formation, right around like a 48%. That was back in June 2022. If you go back to the BTC price action back in June, June 2022, what happened right here, right there, that was right here, okay? June 2022, what happened to the BTC price? The BTC price was bottoming, okay? So let's go back to the BTC dominance, okay? Right there, the BTC was making what? Another top formation. Now let's take a look at these two tops, right? October 2021, the BTC dominance was topping out. However, the BTC price action was in a strong bullish uptrend, okay? That was October 2021. That was like 30 days before our bull market peak at 69K, right? That was our big push from like a 52 up to like a 69, a big move on the BTC price action. Okay, so take a look at the second one right here, our second top formation right here. We just hit 48%, and if we take a look at the BTC price action, right, we just hit what, nearly 31K, right? We hit like a 31K and higher in some exchanges, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, the fact that we hit like a 48% and getting a rejection, it is a good news. It is a good news. But all these indicators, right, in terms of our lagging indicators, MACD, RSI, they have to synchronize with the moving averages, and basically price action need to dump below our weekly 21 EMA, and we could be starting to speculate about a move down to the a possible move down to 39%. I'm not saying like a BTC will drop all the way down to a 39%, but it is a possibility. If we break below the weekly 21 EMA, it could be a probability. But let's see, in terms of Fibonacci, we could be saying like, oh, it could retest like a 58%, it could retest like a 0.618 or even like a 0.786. It all depends on the volatility, but the extreme could be at the bottom. Excuse me, guys. So the extreme could be at the bottom all the way down to 39% and all that good stuff, right? So what we need to look for over the next like a few weeks is like the BTC dominance breaking below the weekly 21 EMA. If that's the case, we could get a temporary alt season. We just don't know, once again, how high alt going to be pumping, right? If the BTC dominance going to be breaking out to the downside. And at the same time, we could be expecting the BTC price action to be bullish, right? Let's take a look at it right here. We could be expecting the BTC price action to be bullish at the same time and pushing to the upside. If you take a look at it right here, back in October 2021, excuse me, from like a 53 up to basically 69, BTC pump over like a 20%, over like a 10K, right? 15K and all that good stuff. So if we're going to get the same percentage move, you can see like, from like a 30K, it could possibly pump all the way up to a 45 or even like a 50K range, depending on the volatility. Even though the BTC dominance most likely, right, could be pushing to the downside if we break below the weekly 21 EMA and all that good stuff. Hopefully it makes sense for the for the moon boys, because most people trade the BTC dominance. They're thinking like the BTC dominance, if the BTC dominance drops, alt going to get crushed. Okay, alt don't, most of the time alt don't get crushed when the BTC dominance dumps. Okay, and alt sometimes don't get crushed, right, when the BTC dominance goes up. Sometimes the BTC dominance can be pushing to the upside, and alt could be pushing to the upside, just like what's been happening like over the last 6 months. Most of these alt, they above their yearly low, right? Even though the BTC dominance pump like from 39% all the way up to 49%. Ethereum, pump from like a 1400, 1300 to 2100, even though the BTC dominance is going up. So you just have to, take a look at it on the macro level, not on the 15-second chart and all that good stuff. But on the weekly, it looks good. My only concern with the BTC dominance dropping back down to the 39% is like, if we take a look at it at the same time on the monthly basis, we're back above our monthly 21 EMA, and last time we were above our monthly 21 EMA was like back in December 2020. So that's like nearly over 2 years, over nearly 9 quarters of basically of a downtrend. Okay, so now we finally back above the monthly 21 EMA, which is right now at 45.4%. I'm not sure how bulls going to be convinced to basically capitulate the price back down to the 39%. So that's why we need to watch the weekly 21 EMA, and at the same time watch the monthly 21 EMA right around like 44%, right? So if we can break below it, open and close, I mean, we don't have to open and close, because if it capitulates right here down to like a 44%, it'll close like below the monthly 21 EMA. The following few months after that, right, it could be very, very bearish for the BTC dominance, and alt season could be pumping. Remember, the BTC dominance going down is good for alt. Okay, so we could see like a Ethereum, XRP, Dogecoin, Shiba, and all of these top coins basically breaking out to retest their monthly 21, retesting their monthly 21 SMA and all that good stuff, right? But we'll see how it goes, right? Because I don't think like we will be breaking out for the rest of the year in terms of like a alt and BTC. The second half of the year could be very challenging for the bears. I mean, for the bulls, the first half being like a pretty challenging for the bears, right? Bears been pretty much very bearish over the last over the last 6 months, since like November at the bottom, when the BTC dominance was bottoming right here. So you cannot be bearish on the BTC USDT, right? And be bearish on the BTC dominance, expecting like alt to pump against BTC and all that good stuff, right? But overall, it looks still bullish. Just have to take out the weekly 21 EMA, right? If it takes out the weekly 21 EMA, at the same time possibly break the trend line support on our 3D basis. We'll be watching the 3D basis, right, to get an early warning regarding a breakdown. MACD on our 3D time frame, it is still positive, so no sign yet of a macro reversal for the BTC dominance. It is just a temporary consolidation. Some of these alt, they looking good. If you take a look at Ethereum, ETHUSDT is looking good. The 3D MACD is back to positive, right? We talk about it in our premium after the 3D MACD flipped positive right here, just about like a 1680 to 1710. We know 1710 is a pivot point. If you've been following our channel long enough, when we were starting to say like, hey, our second big short for Ether going to start around like a 3150, and we're going to take it all the way down to like a 1710. That same 1710, right, basically that same 1710 zone, right, was representing a big resistance right here. It was a support right here, now became a temporary resistance. We broke above it right here, retested it, and now retesting the 2000 resistance. The next level for Ethereum going to be around like a 2500. Okay, so if Ether manages to break out above the 2150, you got the 2550 range as the 0.618 and all that good stuff. Not sure when we're gonna get back up to the 3500. It is not a it is not something we should be highly excited about, because we got to take out the 0.618, and at the same time hoping like the BTC dominance could be cooling back down below the weekly 21 EMA. That way Ether going to get excited and could push back up to the 2550, or even like a 2600 range, okay, depending on the volatility, right? So let's go back to the BTC dominance really quickly. So if we take a look at the BTC dominance on a daily basis, right, we do have a divergence, slight divergence. I mean, it is not a slight divergence, it is a very important divergence, right? So we'll see if alt bulls going to get excited and basically make this divergence a complete top, not a divergence just for a correction. So you got to remember, just because you got a divergence doesn't mean like we will completely reverse, right? So if this divergence ended up being like a top formation, a reversal divergence, that's going to be good. BTC could be making some the BTC dominance could start to make like a low highs and all that good stuff, and ended up breaking below the weekly 21 EMA, and we could be later on talking about like a BTC dominance going down below below 40% and all that good stuff, right? So guys, that's all I wanted to cover for the BTC price action and the BTC dominance, right? We'll see how it goes over the next like a few weeks or even like a few months. But as of now, remember the BTC dominance, it is still controlling the trend until we break below the weekly 21 EMA, right? Thanks a lot for watching.